Yo, have you ever had one of those days where you look in the mirror and you're just like, who is this person? Like, deep down you know there's more to you than what the world sees. I think we've all been there, feeling kinda lost or disconnected from our true selves. But here's the thing. A lot of that comes from a lack of self-confidence and not fully embracing who we really are. I can't tell you how many times I let doubt and insecurity hold me back from going after the things I really wanted. Like, there was this girl I liked in high school, but I was so worried about being rejected that I never even talked to her, you know? Or this other time, I had a chance to join a college club that aligned perfectly with my interests, but I didn't think I was good enough and missed out on making some amazing friends and memories. But then I realized something: we all have this inner persona, this version of ourselves that represents the qualities we admire most. For me, it's the unwavering confidence of a fighter like Conor McGregor. Once I started embodying that energy and owning it 100%, that's when everything clicked. Like, I started to put myself out there more, and the first time I did, I ended up nailing a job interview for a position I really wanted but thought I had no chance of getting. Now that's just step one. Feel me? Because how many of us are so caught up in overthinking and trying to have it all figured out that we're not even present in our own lives? I know I used to be the worst with this. Always stressing, making things way more complicated than they needed to be. When I was starting my business, I'd plan and analyze every little detail until I was paralyzed, instead of just taking action. I remember one time I spent weeks designing the perfect logo, rather than actually talking to potential clients and getting the business rolling. Then I learned about this concept called the law of least effort. Basically, you gotta simplify, let go of the need to control everything, and trust the process. When I started applying that to my work, opportunities just started flowing to me naturally. For instance, I stopped obsessing over the perfect marketing strategy and just started sharing my story authentically online. And that's when my first big client reached out to me. But let me ask you this: have you ever felt like you were just going through the motions, not really fulfilled by what you were doing? I think so many of us get stuck in situations, jobs, or relationships that just aren't aligned with our true passions and callings. We've been conditioned to believe that work has to feel like a grind or a sacrifice. I used to drag myself to a 9-to-5 job that I hated, feeling drained and uninspired every single day. Even worse, I stayed in a relationship that wasn't making me happy, because I thought that's just how things were supposed to be. But the reality is, when you're doing what you're truly meant to be doing, it doesn't feel like work at all. It's pure joy and self-expression. Think about your favorite athlete or musician. They're not just punching a clock. They're living their passion every single day. Like when I finally took the leap to turn my side hustle into a full-time gig, I found myself waking up excited every morning, ready to tackle new challenges because I was doing what I loved. So I'm going to challenge you on this: get real with yourself. Who is that person you want to be? What sets your soul on fire? And are you ready to start living with that law of least effort mentality and let your passions guide you? If so, no better time than now to start that journey. My friend, look, you've got this incredible power inside you to be unstoppable and live a life you actually enjoy and feel fulfilled by. But it starts with having the courage to peel back the BS, simplify your approach, and realign with your true purpose. Don't settle for anything less than being the realest version of yourself. I believe in you.